here's what I want to do. I've done videos on Mappa Imperium in the past, right? This is the print and play world building game that I made. Fantasy world building thing. You start from the beginning, you draw the land masses, and you get like a Pantheon out of it, and you end up with like a map that has different empires and things all built into it. I've done a few videos on this, but all the videos I've done are sizable videos. And what I want to do is create something basically to go here on the game page, a short and quick and kind of to the point, and also a how to play Mappa Imperium kind of thing, all tied into one. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play just a solo game of this and the short version of it, and make ourselves a world and hopefully have it all done nice and clean and quick and to the point and explained. So the basics are, this is a print and play world building game. So this can be solo, this can be with multiple folks as well. Everyone's going to have one like main faction, and there's a bunch of other little folks out there like goblins and elves and orcs out there as well. You're going to make all this stuff. There's a lot of bend the rules however you want. Is sort of the it's first and foremost a cooperative storytelling game. So that's the idea here. I pulled up Wonderdraft here as my source of paper, and pen is my mouse here. And so we're going to go and make ourselves a world. First, I'm going to choose myself a cool theme, which we're going to go with Eastward. And let's make a world. So the rule book is made to be basically just followed along. If you pull up the PDF, you can click and it'll jump you there. But you need three dice, 3d6, and a piece of paper, or a site like Roll20 is good for multiple folks online, or just a big piece of paper and pens, that kind of thing. So first off, we're just going to basically go down the list. Start from the beginning and just, instead of an instruction booklet, this is more of a guide, I suppose. It's probably the best way of explaining how this works. But you and a number of friends, or just you, are going to draw a fantasy world. So you can divide this into multiple sections if you want more players playing. I'm just going to be me today. I'm just going to do one main faction on this landmass. So that's what we're going to do. No dividing this time. Let's go to the play overview. We have different eras this is split up into. So first off, we're going to build our landmass, our islands. We'll put our trees out there, our mountains, and all that kind of stuff. Then we go into the Pantheon making era. We put in our gods and goddesses and what they do. Then we go into the starting of building our civilizations, our factions, into the game. And then the factions, we take them through 3 ages of growing and developing and perhaps burning down and that kind of thing. So we're going to play on the short method, which is going to be right here. Eras 3 or 4, 5, and 6 can be divided into shorter links, which is what that down here is, the game length right there. So we're going to play on the short one tonight, so we can get to just get this thing done and get through it. So to begin, we're going to take our pen and paper or Wonderdraft, and we're going to roll the dice, and we'll see what we get here. So let's roll 1d6. Thank you, Google, for having a dice roller for me. We got a 3. 3 gives us 1 large and 2 small islands. So let's draw in 1 large. We'll do a large guy like this. And we'll do 2 small guys. We'll do a small one up here, and we'll do a small one like right in the bay here. And then we're going to go grab this guy, and we're going to make it look a little prettier, because that's kind of the point of the game, is to make a nice, pretty map. Make one of these when we want to share your map. Then the Discord is a great place for it. My Discord. There's a whole channel for Mappa Imperium stuff, or just in the itch.io page. Felix Patter. Yeah, so if you're here live, I will probably need you, because we're gonna have to name some things, and so keep your drawing hat on, but also put on your name and hat, because we're gonna need it. So let's do a little bit of this. I'll try to kind of like move along a little quick here, because I wanna get, the point of this is to kind of get to the point and all that. So we'll do that. Something like that. We'll do a little bit of something over here. And drawing our lane masses. I finally picked up Sable. Oh yeah, Sable. I had that on my list of games to play a long time, and I've never got to it. I guess it's good. Okay. I remember there's like a guy spitting out food. Stop that. We're gonna add. It does kind of look like it. Yeah. Okay, let's add some chain isle or peninsulas. That's the word. Right here. I'll give this guy some hair. Out this way. Wonderdraft is fantastic. I love this program. Incarnate is another one. Incarnate has a free version, which is pretty good. There's a lot of like, if you want any of the cool stuff, you got to pay for it. But there is a free version, and I think most of the stuff can be done on the free version. Really, all you need, I mean, you can do it with pencil and paper. That's the idea. It's kind of how it's been made. So, add some bays in here, and just kind of pretty this thing up a little bit. Okay, don't worry about lakes or anything. We'll get there. We'll get there. A good stream, so good. Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like. It was like a good, like kind of game I like to play. Like, yeah, not on stream, but just kind of roam around, you know, and do, yeah, Sable. Okay, so there's our land mass. We got one large, two small islands. There we go. We got it. So now we go to 1.2. Everything's kind of been labeled as, you know, 1 point whatever. So we're in area 1. We're at 1.2. Geography. So we're going to do this 8 times. So I need everyone to remember these. We can do these. We'll just do them one at a time. I'm going to make it easy. So we did 2d6 and roll the dice. We got a 6, which is a river. So we're going to add a river in here. So let's get a river. It seems like a river should probably go something like, where's my river at? Like from here, and we'll have it go out like there. We can give it some tributaries, you know. Like that. We'll probably put mountain range back over here somewhere if we get one. There we go. River number 1 done. Next, we got a 10, which is a jungle. So we'll grab ourselves some jungly trees, which I think we're going to go with probably more color than anything else, actually. Throw in a little bit of what's a good, like this stuff's probably pretty good. We'll put a jungle in like over here. So it's this whole area here. Typically if you play with more, you each have this would be my home region if I was playing with more than just me. So there's our jungle. I'm going to add a little color in here. I'm going to go and get something a little bit like a maybe like that. I want to be too like blue, but you know, something. Well, we can come back and adjust it a little bit. But there's our swamp, or our jungle. I mean, jungle. I guess should have trees. I was thinking swamp. I'm throwing some trees here. These guys. There we go. Okay, there is our jungle. Let's go. This is number 3. We're up to another 10, so we got jungle again. So let's jungle. We could expand this one if we want. Make this a big jungle area. We can add another jungle in. Let's put something up here. Let's actually put it on here, like this spot right here. So we'll do a jungle like right in this way. Not those kind of trees though. Some of these guys, and what's a good. What I had before these things. Wonderdraft comes with some nice assets, but I could certainly use some other ones. I haven't really found anything that really does it for me with Wonderdraft's community assets. Something a little more yellow, a little less blue. There we go. So another jungle right over there. So we're on number 4. Let's be at a 5, which is a lake. So we're going to add a lake in here. Let's go to land here and take it away. We can put it up here, I guess. Or we can just do a whole other one. Let's do like right here. Big lake. These are big things. So there's a phase after this to add in like to touch up some things. So this is major stuff, you know. Big rivers, that kind of thing. Number 5 is a 6, which is another river. So let's get a river going. Let's see. I'm going to do one. Let's do this one. Right there, that little inlet there. Like that. You know, you can put them wherever you want. Just kind of throw them in wherever it seems right. There's no wrong way there, you know. Okay, this is number 6, right? This is number 6. Is a 9, which is a desert. And there's some like cactus and things. We can throw a couple cactus. I think I'm going to put it in probably like right over, like this big area right over here. Seems kind of deserty. So we'll do that, and we'll add in a little bit of deserty colors. So desert over there. We can add some hills and all that, but we'll get there. Number 7 is another 6, which is another river. So apparently it's a river world. Let's do one like this. We'll just connect up to that guy. It's just one big river. Remember, rivers always flow to the sea. They don't flow to the mountains. They flow to the sea. This is number 8. Is a 12. We got a volcano. Excellent. Always a good volcano. We always need one. Let's throw a volcano in right here next to this desert. So we got, everything has a thing. Yeah, let's put it right there is my volcano. We can add some like, yeah, like that. There we go. There's my volcano. Okay. So there is our geography for the thing. That's all we got. That's it. You can do some touching up if you want. Like if you feel you need a little bit more stuff. Like for instance, I didn't get a forest in this whole world, so we can do a couple little groves or something if we want to add some little forests in along the way. Nothing too major, but just like little things. One up this way. Throw in some forest over here. Just little things. I probably could have made my swamps a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna add a couple more mountains in here just because I want something. So we'll do like a little range of hills, and we'll throw some in like just for touch-ups. Like that. We'll put one over here too. Mountains are always good. We don't have any like major mountains. We didn't roll any of those, so we won't go crazy with it. Put some over here too. Okay. So there is our there's our land. We can go and greenify it, I guess, if we want. You know, pretty it up and all that. Like that. We know where our desert is. We've got a nice spooky volcano over there. We'll green around the lakes here, and then we'll. My desert one, isn't it? Actually, that's not bad. We'll do some of that. A little drier in these spots. That's not what I want. Let's go and get one a little more brown. I fill in some of these spots here. Oh. Just to kind of add some color, and I don't really want it to color the symbols. Okay, there we go. You know, it's it's something. There we go. We got a landmass. We are now on that's touching up phase 1.3. To fill in any gaps, you can add little islands in if you want. You can add a few mountain ranges and things just to kind of smooth it out a bit. Resources and special sites. So we're gonna take turns placing 2 different resources or special locations. This is gonna be like something to add some uniqueness to your map, like a mana fountain or flying cats, or that's why I had that one in there. Rather than just like lumber and stone, this is going to be like something that will kind of stand out. So we're going to say there's a magical grove. Off the top of my head, we'll make a magical grove that kind of lives right over here, and you know there's like fairies and things that live over here. Maybe you can come over here and there's tales about how Fountain of Youth kind of thing over there. The Crystal Willow Grove. Excellent, excellent. We will name it. Did I get another? We want Felix Potter. So we come over here. We can name this something like that. Crystal Willow Grove is right there. Oop. There we go. There's the Crystal Willow Grove. So there's maybe the crystal trees, you know? That seems exciting. I'm all for that. And then the other one, crystalline fawns tinkle softly in the breezes and said to drive a man to insanity with their gentle, audible caress. Oh my, Scold. That's good stuff. Okay, we got a big open spot. Maybe in the desert. Maybe there. What's in the desert? Let's throw out a. I already got a grove of things. Let's get something else. We can put in a. I got trees already. What should we put in there? Any ideas? We can do some rocks. Let's do the thing I was... Oh, here's it. We'll put a waterfall in over here. And what's the waterfall do for us? What's so special about this waterfall? Besides just being... we got our... oh, there we go. So that'll be our Fountain of Youth over there in that thing. The Crystal Willow Groves is where there is... audible caress of the crystal breezes and all that. We had a river there. No, it's just like a little. It's not going to be anything any big. It's just going to be a little pond, basically, that a pool over there. So it's fine. We can name it. Let's go name that guy as the something falls. Prism Falls. It's like this rainbow effect, you know. If you go over there, it's so beautiful, you can live forever. There you go. The water goes up. Excellent, excellent. We could call it Gravity Falls, but I think that's taken by something else. Okay, so there we go. That's it. Now we go to age 2. So this is our Pantheon making thing. So if you choose to have a Pantheon in your world, you can use this one. You can always skip this phase if you want to jump into a quick game, but we'll do it so we can show the thing off. So, what gods and goddesses rule the world? Let's roll the number of deities here, which is 1d6, and see. We're going to have 2 deities of this world. This is who my prime faction worships or whatever. The domain of the deities. Deity number 1. We have something around the home. And let's see what their symbol is before we do much else. This is a weapon. So their weapon is going to be, or the symbol's going to be a weapon, and they're the domain of something around the home. So maybe like, maybe their weapon is a scythe. And something around the home is like a hearth, the god of the hearth, or god of the hearth. The 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 god of the hearth. Let's see. We could do also like a dagger and the god of love, if we want. Thanks, Brella. We could do sort of a Cupid kind of thing, bow and arrow with the heart. Let's do that. So, we will do... I don't think I have a bow and arrow symbol here, so I'm just going to... I'm going to do that. Can I draw it? I think I can draw with this. We'll do a bow, an arrow. Can you see that? That's no good. That's no good. This isn't really very... This is kind of rough. There's a bunch of symbols in here. And we'll do a bow and arrow. There you go. Okay, there's our god of love. What's our god of love's name? Is the question. That's what this is for here. So we're gonna do. We're gonna roll row and column. So first number row, second number column. We got 6 over 6 down 5. We got Esh. We'll do it a couple times. We got Esh, and then 3, and then 6. Eshon. Eshon. We can do one more if we want. You can make these up if you want, but this is just my helpful thing. Eshon, and then 5 over 4 down. Eshonaladrin. Whew, that's a name. Eshonaladrin. Eshonaladrin. Yeah, that's the perfect name for a god. Okay, Eshonaladrin, the god of love. That sounds like a woman name. Goddess of love. Eshonaladrin. I love it. Eshonaladrin. Okay, now we got 2 gods though, so we gotta do it again. So let's do one more. We're gonna find ourselves a domain, which is the domain of something in nature: sun, moon, storms, mushrooms, whatever. And then the symbol is going to be something natural. Well, lightning bolt, or we can just do the sun god or the moon god. When we got the goddess of love, it's kind of like peaceful, you know, happy. We could do like a more evil kind of god, like the goddess or the god of the moon. And then we just do the moon. Why don't we just do the moon? There might be a symbol of there might be a moon symbol in here. I'll just do this. I won't do any more bow and arrow nonsense. I'll try to control myself. Let's make... I think there's a good one for a circle in here. Maybe not. I mean, I guess I'll stick with what I've got here. We're gonna paint a moon. Harvest. Well, I could do harvest, but I think I want to do. That's a moon, okay. I want to do something like I got a good god. I want an evil god. There goes my moon. And then we're gonna put in my label. We gotta come up with a name for this goddess, this god. God of the moon. God of the night. God of the night. Why is the moon always evil? Why not a tyrannical sun? Okay. A happy song. Let's get 2 over. We got 2 down, over 5 down. We got Sarat. Could just do Sarat. Sarat is a good name. Sarat, 5 over down 2. Sarat. Altus. Sarat. I'm just gonna stick with Sarat. Sarat. God of the night. There we go. So we got Eshonaladrin over here, who's our goddess of love. And everything happy, you know. And then we have Sarat, the god of the night. There is our Age of Myth. We got one more thing to do. We got a sacred site. So, with every deity, of course, they need to have some sort of a sacred site where do their followers pilgrimage to. All this stuff like making the gods is not really a whole lot of the game that gets affected by it. It's more helping your imagination is kind of the thought here. So we got to come up with a site for these guys. We'll put it wherever we want here in our home zone. So we're going to roll up and see what we get. This is going to be for our goddess of love. Is going to have a grove. Makes sense. We'll put this grove right over here near the desert. Like, you know, that's pretty special. There's this scary desert, but in the desert, there's this grove where life finds a way. You know? So there's our grove of love. Our grove of the heart. Right there. Oh, isn't it just nice? It's like a Disney movie. Stick that in there. Right there. Okay, and we need one for our nighttime god. They're going to have an 8, which is a cave. That makes sense, I suppose. We'll stick it up here in these mountains. So let's grab a cave. I think it's a mine. That's what it calls it here. We'll stick in, yeah, like we'll just stash this guy right in. I don't know what to do like this guy. There we go. Nighttime god, Fufu. No thanks. No thanks. Fufu. No. Nighttime god, his name is Sarat. You can call the nighttime god whatever you want, Mashlith. This is going to be the cave of the night. Cave of... We're going to call it Moon Cave or Crescent Caves. You know, crescent Moon, Crescent Caves. Get it? Okay. And throw that one like right in there. That's what I'm trying to do right there. Okay. There is Crescent Caves. Cave of Stars is good. The Midnight Crag. These are all good. Okay, so there we go. The era of Pantheon is done. Let's go to the Age of Foundation. So now it's time to make ourselves some people in this world. It's been far too long since we've got to add some folks in, so let's go do that. So if you play this with more people, or if you want more factions, more major factions, you can do this as many times as you want, as many times as you have divided the map up. But because we just have one, just me in one area here, we'll do it once. We're going to roll on the table and see what kind of race we get. We get a 5, which is reptilian. So we get lizard folk, kobold, snake folk, dragonborn. Let's do a what's main folks going to be? We get our main folks are kobolds. How about some dragonborn? That sounds exciting. A dragon folk town. So what we do is we choose our race that we want to do, and then we place them on the map somewhere. So let's go get ourselves a symbol. I'm going to grab myself a nice town here, like this, and I think we're going to live. Where do we want to live? We're going to live right over here, right there. We can go near the Grove of the Heart. That seems like a good spot for us. Put a couple houses in here, and maybe a little tower, while we're at it. And we're going to go ahead and not name it yet. But there is our faction. We'll develop all this stuff, their names and all that stuff as soon as we get there as well. So this is our primary ancestry here. These are dragonborn or dragon folk living in this main town. So let's develop this faction, shall we? So 3.2, we're going to pick ourselves a symbol. Let's go and do that. We're going to go over and down again. We've got our symbol is over 6, 6, and 4, a skull. Are we going to be the bad guys? I like the sound of that. You know how we're doing this because I don't know. What color is the skull? We should figure this out as well. So let's go ahead and roll this. 3 over, 6 down. 6 down. It's a golden skull. Even better. Even better. Okay. So we'll, somewhere out here, kind of in the water or off the side, we'll just put it down. We'll put it over here. Make my symbol. See if I can make a skull here. We'll give it some eyes. My music stopped. And then like a... There we go. There's my I'm sorry. There's my skull.
Ahoy there, matey.
Hey, German Grifter, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much. Let's get this more of this Age of Empires music going. Okay, so there's my. It's a skull. Okay. I'm trying to do this kind of quick so that I can get this, shown at a decent amount of time. Now, name. This is a big question. So we can use our symbols kind of an inspiration. Skull. We're dragons. We have a skull. So we can be something. Our theme's going to be kind of skull related and death related. Maybe we maybe we are more with Sarat than anyone else. So anyway, our naming scheme is right here. So let's go ahead and roll over down. Let's see. We can do this all in our head if we want, but I'm using the tables today to show them off. So 3 over, 5 down, council. So we are the oh man, what's a good name for us? Something council? The council of what? The aloof morticians? We're just gonna be the death council. Death council? The Corpus Council, the Crumbling Council. I don't know if anyone wants to call themselves the Crumbling anything. Council of Decay. I don't like council. I'm doing it again. I'm telling the dice. No, sword. Okay, there we go. Sword is better. So we're gonna call ourselves Decay Sword. Crumbling the sword. The sword. The sword. We could just be the sword. The sword skull. Sword skull. One word. Sword skull. This deserves a new font. Here we go. Sword skull. That's us. We are we are dragon folk. There we go. Dragon folk. Okay. There we go. There is my faction. We have a town now. We don't have a name for this town yet. We choose that in here. We got to choose a name. Name faction, draw a crest alongside the map near the capital, which is what we did there, and come up with the name of our place. So, Sword Skull is the name of our people. Should we just call it like Sword Coast is taken. We're just gonna call it Skull is the name of our town. Skull. I like it. Razor Shore is good as well. I may use that one. So we have leadership. Now, who inspired, keep going on the list here, 3.2. Who inspired my people to form this faction? So the idea here is we've kind of, we're living in caves or whatever, and then somebody has inspired us to come together, if somebody or some people or whatever, and we want to come up with who those people are so that we can name the surroundings, basically. So let's go and figure out who united our faction, whether by war, diplomacy, whatever. Give them a name and create a name for this hero or group and name a nearby location after this first person. I like Razor Shore, so let's say someone's name is Razor. Let's say this is like Razor Bay. So the Razor was his name, and because of him, he brought us out of our hovels, and we founded a town thanks to him. Thanks, Razor. Razor is the leader of our faction right now. Oh, I can't find a good one. Just do this, and we'll like bend it a little bit. There we go. This whole little area here is Razor Bay. like that. There we go. So now we know that Razor is our leader, and Razor Bay is the local area. There we go. Okay, so now we got to find our neighbors. So we're gonna draw on this thing and figure out or roll on this to see who our neighbors are. Typically, you're all keeping to your half of the map, but we don't have a half a map, so we're doing everything this way. So we roll 1 dice, just one whole map here. 4, we got a magic user. So there's a mad mage, a necromancer, a druid. Somebody is out there causing problems. Thanks, Paz, for the follow. I think somebody's gonna live. We want a mad wizard living maybe in this desert over here. Let's give him a tower. Somebody got a good name for a mad wizard living. We got a volcano down here. We got a big desert. Yeah, he's gonna live maybe closer to the volcano, right there. They got a good name for this guy? What if they're all kobolds, but they're convinced they're all dragonborn? That is fantastic. Yes, that's it. We're going with that. That's fantastic. Okay, we're gonna go with really probably should keep things out same font here. Who lives in this tower? What's his name? If we ever need a name, we can always use this table here. So we'll use it and see what we can get. We've got a 1 and a 2. We got not that one. This one, the god one. Cole, Catbeard. All right, I'll take Catbeard. Yes, Catbeard. The tariff. That was a miss type, but I like it. Cat Berard. Cat Berard lives in that. Oh, Cat Berard, causing problems all the time. That guy. Why doesn't he just stay in his tower and leave us alone? But no, he's the worst. So now we have our neighbor nearby, which is a magic user. If we had rolled a tribe or clan or a minor kingdom, we could jump to page 7 and roll and see what race they are. But we didn't do that, so we just have just one of us has run off to the volcano and is losing his mind, casting spells. Oh, Cat Berard. All right, early settlers. So now we're each gonna take turns rolling on the table, placing new settlements. So we've got our capital. Now we're gonna add in 2 new settlements. We're growing. This is like the first 50 years of our faction. So we're gonna roll on this to see what these towns are. In fact, we'll just do it twice. So we've rolled a 3 and a 1. So we have an industry town, like good production or textiles or whatever, and then a farm or a fishing thing. So I think that we could have probably a good farm, maybe like a farm. I made it kind of like a green spot over here. Let's maybe have a farm over this way, and then another industry town. Or we could stick by the bay. Maybe we stick by the bay. Let's do that. So we'll throw on like a little town over here. Whoops. Got a little town over there. We'll give it a name. If someone has an idea for a name, we'll do that. And then we'll put in an industry town, which is going to be like, I mean, maybe they're taking the shells and making something out of the shells. Maybe that's what they're doing in this bay. They're getting clams and things. And so along the way, we'll have a clamming town. Or we could just stick them over here in the mountains and maybe they're harvesting that. Let's just put them up here. Like that. So we've got over here forbidden cat-based sorcery. Yeah. The ball boulder. Better than Cat Bard, who just yells at everyone. I'm gonna take that wind scale over here for this one. Wayne scale. Not what I meant to do. Wind scale over there for that one. And this is gonna be. So I think maybe what we do, we're skull people, right? So maybe we do. I don't know. I think it makes sense. We come over here. We got a like a town where we're going, and we're.
Sir, there's some more dwarves that have arrived.
Where
excellent.
Oh, hey, thanks, Avic.
Cat.
Thank you for the raid,
Cats.
Avic. This is a little different than I normally do. I'm normally an indie game streamer and YouTuber, but today we're playing with some print and play stuff. So we're playing some Mappa Imperium today. This is my industry town. We're going to call this Shell Scale is the name of this. We already have scale. Shelton over here. Sure. No, this is just so I made this game, and I need to get a video, kind of like a shorter, to the point, kind of how to play this game kind of video, which is going to go to the game page. So that's the point of this today. So we're playing kind of it's like a quick version of the game. And yeah, if you have any name suggestions, I will happily take them. Let's see, we want to go something like a nice road here. We'll go something. So from Skull, we got a nice road. It's going to come out. We'll go to Shelton. And then by way of Shelton, we're going to come by here and over to Windscale. There we go. Yeah, so if anyone has any good name suggestions, I will happily take them. But welcome, Raiders. Typically, I'm an indie game guy. This is map drawing night. But using the game, we've placed some land. We've got some geographies. We have a couple gods that we've added in the game. We just started with our first faction. We've got our capital of Skull. We've got a fishing town of Windscale. We have a shell refining town of Shelton. What a dumb name. If someone has a better name than Shelton, let me know and we'll come up with that. The Grove of the Heart here is a sacred site to our god of love. And then the Prism Falls is our the water goes up the mountain at Prism Falls. What a place. Anyway, we have done our 2 settlements. This is our first 50 years of the game, of the timeline. We have built 2 towns. Cat Barard is over there menacingly, and we're entering the Age of Discovery. So typically you roll on this 6 times, but today, because we're doing the fast mode, the shortened version, we're doing 3 on this. So let's go roll 3 times and see what happens. Razor Edge. Oh, that's way better. That's way better. You want a dad joke, do you? Okay. You know, I just got these raiders in here, and you're going to scare them all off with my dad jokes. Razor Bay, Razor Edge. Excellent. Perfect. All right, so I've made a game here. We're talking about things that I have created, and I also I invented the first thought-controlled air freshener. Little known fact. It makes sense when you think about it. And there you go. That's all I got. Yeah, so also, I'll do a quick rundown for those of you just joining us. So this game is a fantasy world-building game. Basically, it just uses dice tables pretty much to run everything. And you can play it. You can play it with multiple people. I'm playing it just myself today to just to show the thing off. But we start out, we drew in the islands by rolling the dice. It says draw 1 big island, 2 small ones. We did that. We drew in 8 different geographies. We got a jungle over here. We've got some rivers we drew in, another jungle, a volcano, and some more rivers that we touched up. And so we kind of drew it all just with dice tables. If you play with 2 people, then you each kind of have half of a map, and you're each drawing in this own section. And then once we get to, we're in era 4 right now. Once we get to 5, then it opens up, and you can share the map amongst everyone. So if you got like 5 people, you can all build this. I did it with 6 of us from my D&D group, and we all built our D&D world with it. So you could do that with it. And so we built that, and we made our factions. They all have kind of a story to them. Right now we've got some Dragonborn here, which we figured they are kobolds that think they're Dragonborn. They have the symbol of, don't laugh at my skull. They have a symbol of a skull. They're known as Sword Skull. And I think they probably worship Sarat, the god of the night, just because that seemed appropriate. And there's really a lot so far. That's how far we've gotten. And this is Wonderdraft, is the software that I'm using. So we've hit the age of discovery. So we've built our small little town here. If you're playing with multiple people, then you've got multiple folks making their... There's going to be 3 towns in different spots for each major faction. We're in the age of discovery, which means we're ready to expand and explore. We're sending out our scouts to go explore the world. Let's see what they find. So we're going to roll 3d6 on this thing. We're going to do 3 times because we're playing the short game. And we're going to see what we get. We got an 8, which puts us at bandits or pirates. Brigands have been raiding the merchants and caravans. Place a new hostile camp on a trade route or bay and give them a name manner. So somebody is raiding my people. And I think maybe somebody lives... we put like a little... Like out here in the plains over here, somebody has been raiding the route from Windscale to Razor Edge. How dare they? And so we're going to put in some pirate camps. And let's throw in... I know there's these tents in here. We should do that. You know, let's put in a bandit camp right over here. There we go. And so we're going to name these guys. It says give them a name, so we'll give them a name. It says give them a banner too if we want. We're going to call them the... these are the... If anyone has a good name, yell at me, but we're going to call them the Strike Fang Bandits. They probably wouldn't call themselves... I put an extra E in there, but it's okay. Would they call themselves bandits? Or maybe like liberators? Opportunists? We'll just call them bandits. Strike Fang Bandits live over there. Give a little different color so that we can recognize that they are bandits. Streak Fang Bandits. That's what that says, actually. Who's following? Jackie Jack. Thanks for following. Okay, so Strike Fang Bandits that live over there. They're the worst. Now we're going to roll again. We can give them a banner. We can give them a skull. We already have one of those. We'll worry about that later. 6. Ancient ruins. Scouts have discovered the ruins of a lost civilization. Draw on a ruin and place a new cult, hive, mage, or tribe nearby. So we're out scouting around and we came across some old ruins. Strike Fang gang. It's good. It's good. Let's maybe over here in the jungle. There's let's say a tribe. So we've got a tribe of something living over here. So let's put down some ruins. Stash them in like right over here. That's probably fine. And then we'll stick in some more of those tents. Right there. Okay. Now because it's a tribe, you can do whatever you want. Place a new. We could put a cult in there, a hive, a mage, or a tribe. We're gonna do a tribe so we can show off that. And so because it's a new tribe, it means it's gonna be a new race. So let's roll on the table and see who they are. They are 6. They are dwarves. There's dwarves living over here in these some sort of swamp dwarves living over here, and we can name them. We can call them the dwarves of the swamp or something. We'll call them the Slimebeard is the name of these folk. So there's dwarves in the swamp over there, hanging out in the ruins. Swamp, pronounced like damp. Swamp. Swamp. Okay. Swamp beard. Excellent. So there's some dwarves over there. Not necessarily evil. We haven't really figured that out yet. We'll see where it goes. So now we got to go one more. This is our last one. Typically you do 6, but we're doing 3 because it's quick. We're up to 12, which is hostiles. Your explorers have made contact with hostiles. Roll on the neighbors table, page 9, which is right here. So we're going to see what we have found. We have found 6, a legendary monster. Okay, so there is something heinous living around here, which was this one. Place them anywhere in your home region, which is anywhere on the map here, and use the race table and settlement table if necessary. So if it's a minor kingdom, you roll more towns, but because it's just a big monster, we're going to put it wherever it is. I think maybe a kraken lives in the bay here. You think that that works? Big kraken? I think there is a kraken. I think there is a tentacle? How do you spell too cool. There's a couple things we could do here. There's like a that guy. That guy eating boats. Let's put this guy. Oh, a big scary fish, maybe, or whatever this thing is. I need more assets. We could do something. You know what? We got a big dragon here. Let's use the dragon. This big dragon lives over here by these Prism Falls. We found him. Actually, we made a trek up to the Crescent Caves for our god. We found a dragon. This one right there. There he is. He lives over there. His name is going to be... give me a dragon name. Chat. This is important. Let's give him a different font here. That's a good one. Let's do... That'll work. Give him a nice red outline. What we got? Malgenvor. Glitterfang. Trogdor. Okay, I'll use... Mal... Is that from something? Or is that just a good name? Malgenvor. That's good. Dark Havoc. Isn't he like a necromancer or keeper or something? All right, Malgenvor. How dare he? All right, so now we're done with age 4. We're going to go to colonization. Right? I can't just do random. It's settlement names though, not monster names. So your factions have stumbled their way out of the world, and we're starting to form some sprawling nations. Sort of. We didn't really build too much. In this section, you'll discover some of the important figures vital to the development of your empire. We're going to name some local landmarks nearby after our people. So the idea here is you kind of develop your tribe a bit more, your people a bit more, and you find out some of the important folks. Dark Havoc is in the recycling. Oh yeah, like any proper necromancer, you know? It's all about recycling. Of course. Okay, so I'm going to roll 3 times and find who our influential people are. We've got 11. We've got to explore. So we got to come up with names for these guys. So give me a name for a good explorer who found something. Maybe he found the lake. Maybe he found these mountains. Or maybe he traversed and found he named this island over here. We found ourselves an explorer. We have a famous city leader in town. And we also have a sculptor. Someone has built a fancy statue, apparently. I'm going to name him after this. So I think what we'll do, we should name the bay. It only seems right. So we'll name the bay. I don't want that. I want this one. Like that. Yeah. We think we're dragon folk, but we're actually kobolds. Carmen Sandiego. Galvor the Destroyer for the sculptor. Explore Chester Blackwind. Okay, so Chester Blackwind discovered Blackwind Lake over here. Named it after him. What a guy. What a guy. Okay, we'll take it over there. We'll get a little curvature because it makes it cool. Good old Chester. The ego on that dude. So we gotta explore. We have a strong explorer name. The guy who found stuffs. Igor Venitri. We're gonna go with we're just gonna name this island Venitri. Oh, it keeps giving me that same font. I kinda like this one. This is Venitri. Is the name of this island over here. Maybe we should name our continent Venitri. Yeah, Venitri is the name of the continent. That's better. Who was Venitri? He was our city leader? Yeah. You know what? I mean, he's the one who brought us out of the caves. And, yeah, we named the continent after the guy. Noble. So we're Lord Pippin Poppin Porter. All right, Master, I'll pick one of your. I'll do one of yours. Let's see. We had that's our what's that change for? That is our sculptor over there. What was that, 30? And then we've got our continent is named Venetri after our town leader. And then we also had a we didn't do our explorer yet, did we? Oh no, we didn't do our sculptor. So Galvor is our sculptor's name. So our sculptor, so he made this he went into the desert, and he was inspired by this grove of the heart, and he made a big tree in town, and so we've decided to name the desert after him. What a guy! Doesn't get any better than old Galvor. So this is the Galvor Sands. We named this this desert here. Let's get a little bit lighter font, I think. Here we go. Okay. Good old Galvor. Okay, so there is our 3 for like the first several about 50 years or so. This is our faction. We got important people living here. And there we go. So now we go to Era 5. So typically, if you play this with multiple people or with multiple factions, this is the part of the game where you can now start crossing the borders and going into other people's parts of the map and spreading around, that kind of thing. We're playing on the short game, which was, I think, 4. We had 4 rolls for this era. So let's roll 4 times. Roll number 1. 11. So we got expand. Our empire is growing. Roll on the settlement table. Page 9. See where we're going to go. So we're going to roll 1 dice and see what we got, which is a mining town, which it makes sense that we're going to go into Prism over here and get some mining. So let's go build a town. Let's get a little settlement set up right over here in Prism Falls. Right over there. I need a name for this town. That's probably good enough. Yeah, PvP mode enabled. Exactly. Let's get it. Come out like this way. And we're going to head over here to Prism Town. Stonehaven. I like it. Not that one. I want the same as this one. Stonehaven. We'll show those dwarves, those swamp dwarves, how you do this. There's Stonehaven over there. We've got ourselves a mine. Gemfall. That's a good one too. All right, so we're gonna roll. This is roll 2 here in Age of Empires. Proper name for the music we're listening to right now. And we've got a 12, which is prosperity. People are flocking to your empire. Grow your cities if possible. Add more farmland. Draw ships in the ports. Then draw in a monument or construction to show off your wealth. Name a nearby geography after the leader. Old Galvor. He's at it again. So people are flocking to our town. We're going to come in here, and this is basically... This roll is a prettier map up kind of a roll. And so we're going to grab in like some farmland and pretty up our map. Something like that. We can add in a few more houses here. Just to, add in some things here. It's getting nicer. Let's get a nice church in town. There we go. Maybe a few more farmlands for fields. I'll use that one again. Let's use... There we go. So the town is growing. And we also put a monument in. So we're going to go get ourselves a statue of something. Galvor was inspired again. That's who Galvor is. He's going to come over here. He's going to put in a big cairn right there. And drawing a monument or construction. Construction could be something like a tower. Actually, that might be better. We got a dragon out there. We should probably deal with that. We should be wary of that dragon. So let's build a tower. And keep an eye out. You know, something like one of these. That's giant. Something not so giant. Yeah. All right, he used the stones from Stonehaven and made a giant tower. Oh, Galdor. What is the name? Galvor? Galvor. Galvor the Destroyer makes the best cairns. And towers. And towers. So, Galvor's getting a little old now, though. So, he may need to pass it on to his son. Galvor Jr. I'm going to put a couple more of these cairns in here just to spice it up. Get some cairns over there just because. There we go. There we go. Okay. There's some cairns and a tower. So there is Galvor's tower there. Galvor's watchtower. We're just going to call it, since he's Galvor the Destroyer, we're just going to call it the Destroyer. The name of that tower. There we go. This keeps a weathered eye on that dragon out there. This is now roll 3 for age 5. We got a 13, which is trade, economic prosperity, to build a road connecting your empire to another faction, and then add a trade post somewhere along the road. So this would be, if you're playing with multiple people, you could have a road going to your neighbors, and you also build a trade post in there. We do have some dwarves to our west, so we will trade with them. We certainly ain't trading with that dragon or dang Catberard. So let's build a road going from Windscale over here to Swampbeard. Path. So we're going to have a road. It's going to continue on from here up into the swamps to these funny dwarves. And we also get a trade post along the way. It's kind of like a market town. That will... it's a town still. That's its purpose, is to be a market. So we'll set it up, something like over there. I figure it's a decent-sized trip to get from Windscale over to this way, so we'll have kind of the halfway point there. Galvor Jr. the annoying. I made those kind of tiny, didn't I? There we go. A little bigger. There we go. That's a little better. We gotta give this town a name. Do we have a Crossroads or something? Or the Coal Market, Fort Hubris. Coal Market. How about Coal Market? How about this is the jungle over here. We're gonna call it Vineway. Vineway. Oh, there are 2 small houses there, isn't there? No, they're all there. Try that again. Let's do, I should probably stick with the same type, so let's go back up here and get one of these guys. There's Vineway. Why is it called Vineway? I don't know. Here we go. One of my rules, not rules, but one of my suggestions was use like the symbol you use, which is ours as a skull, to kind of give a theme to your naming. So like we would all be like skull something or something like along the lines. But I'm not following that, but it could work. People who make wines there call themselves vintners. They don't make wine. No. Crossroads. No wine in this town. We're kobolds. We're dragon folk. We don't drink wine. Okay, one more. This is number 4, which is another 12, which is a prosperity. People are flocking to my empire. What a place to be. I forgot to name a geography after the leader. So, we got another flock to us. In the spirit of seeing new things, let's roll again. Okay, 13. Which is in the spirit of seeing new things. Let's try something new. 14. Military power. Your empire needs stability and security. Build a fort, city walls, borders, or a barracks. All right, I can do that. Let's throw a fort in, and we don't trust Catberard. So we're gonna get a fort over here next to the. We want to keep this Grove of the Heart safely in our hands. So we build a fort right there. And we're gonna come over this way. Sorry. Normally I don't want to anger the dice gods, and we go with what it says, but in the spirit of seeing new things, you know, especially for this kind of video, we'll do that. So there you go. That was number 4. We got a fort over here. We got to give it a name, and we're gonna name it Fort what? Fort. What's the name of our god of love? Ishonaladrin. Fort Ishon, we call it. Fort Ishon. Fort Woody. Fort Ishon here, at the edge of the desert, next to the Grove of the Heart, trying to keep the Galvor Sands peaceful, because Cat Berard's down there. Okay. Fort Knight. Yeah, we'll worry about that. We're worried about the Grove right now. We'll get there. There's a dragon up there. It's scary. All right, so now we're at the second half of the Age of Empires. So what we do here now, this makes take a little explaining. Each player is going to take turns rolling on the appropriate table for each non-prime faction, which is everyone in the game but you, is going to roll on this. And you're going to roll the one that sort of fits with what we've got. So we have a tribe, we have a monster, and we have a mad mage down here. So we're going to roll for each of them. So we'll start with the tribe, which is right here. Tribe bandits or pirates. I realize my cursor doesn't show where that, does it? We're going to roll 1d6 and see what the tribe is doing for this age. They are 6. They are invasion. A mighty leader has mustered together enough force to attack and take a town. Take one nearby settlement and switch control to the tribe. Those dang dwarves have stomped into Vineway and stolen it from me. How dare they? So we're going to switch this into kind of a purpley color. So the dwarves have marched in and stolen Vineway. So it's now a dwarven settlement. Here we are peacefully trading with them. But there it goes. Hey, Breezy, how's it going? So that's their turn. We'll cover the dragon last. We'll go over to Cat Berard here, who is a magic user. Right up here. So we'll roll d6. Cat Berard has decided to alter the land. Eternal winter, forest grow, burned lands. What is Cat Berard doing? I think Cat Berard is... Yeah, we should have built a fort near the dwarves. You're right. Cat Berard seems like the kind of guy who... maybe he's like building... He's like growing trees. Is that what he's doing over here in the desert? What would Cat Berard do? We could just burn the land with darkness. It is a volcano right there. He's sitting at a volcano. So maybe what we do instead is he just comes in and he just torches the land. Because that Cat Berard, he's the worst. And he's sort of altering the desert. Pray he doesn't alter it further. There he goes. Catnip field. So he just his presence is starting to turn the sands volcanic and glassy. So last we have our monster. What happens to our monster? 3. Our monster, Ray, attack a nearby settlement, roll 1d6. So the monster Malginvor has flown south. She is flying south. She's going to hit a nearby settlement. She could hit either the tower or Razor Edge. She seems pretty pretty angry. She's going to hit Razor Edge. So we're going to roll a d6. Odd, she destroys it. Even, we fight her off. Let's roll. So odd, she destroys Razor Edge. Razor Edge is gone because of Malginvor. She wants the tower for her new roost. Oh, that's good. That's good. But this is now gone. We're going to replace it with some ruins here. And the ruins of Razor Edge. There goes our shell production. We are making fancy trinkets out of that stuff, but not anymore. Put in this guy here. And there's a few kind of ruins we can kind of... They don't really fit, really. You know, something like that, I guess. There's Razor Edge, the ruins of Razor Edge. Ruins of Razor Edge. put it a little smaller now. Here we go. Okay. Malganvor. How dare you? Okay, so that is all for that phase of the game. And we're going to move into the Age of Collapse. So this is now the final era. We did this, I think it was 3 times on this one. Yeah, 3 times on this one. This is a really quick game. So we're not going to be developing much of the world. I probably could have done a little bit smaller landmass, but it's fine. It's fine. We got this little area covered pretty well. So we got 3 of these. So we're going to roll in this. These are a little more dangerous. Bad things kind of happen in this era. So we got a 7. Refugees. People are flocking to your city. Are they fleeing war, monster attacks, disasters? Well, obviously the ruins of Razor Edge. These are the people of Razor Edge they're running away. They got dragons to the north. They got dwarves to the west. They're moving back home to Skull, but Skull can't keep up with them. So we're gonna add in a bunch of tents and kind of fill in like a little tent city over here, something like that. Of the refugees of Razor Edge, they are fleeing dragon attack. So we've got to go 1 more. We got 2 more, actually. And we've got a 12. 12 is immobilize. Draw in a new fort or military settlements. Okay. We got a fort over here for the dragon. Well, we don't have one over here. These dwarves betrayed us. So we're going to add another fort in. We're going to throw in something like this guy over here. I'm going to do it right on the road here. Keep these dwarves at bay. There's our new fort. We're going to name this Fort Ale Spike in honor of the winery. Fort Sanctum. Fort Backstab. Someone look up the dwarven word for backstab. And we'll change it to that. Okay, or betray. We got 1 more, and then it's it. It's it. We have another 12, which is mobilized. We're going to, in the interest of seeing things, we're going to roll 1 more. We got a 9, which is a neighboring war. So 2 factions. One is going to attack, one to defend. So we're going to go to war. So clearly we're going to war with these dwarves. So we're going to roll. We're going to click on this, the war table. Actually, this one is neighboring war, not my war. So, where was it? So that's any 2 neighboring factions. So 2 neighbors are going to fight. So I think what's going to happen is the dragon. Do we want the dragon to attack the dwarves, or do we want Cat Barard? Yeah, I think the dragon's going to attack the dwarves. Dwarven word for backstab is elves. That's fantastic. All right, so the dragon's going to attack the dwarves. I think that seems to make sense. So let's go to page 16. This is our war table. So the dragon's going to roll 1d6 and see what happens. The dragon rolls a 3. Stalemate. Many losses on both sides. Attack fails. So the dragon came in, took some hits. It didn't do much. Burned a few things, but nothing really happened. Oh, it was kind of a letdown of a war. Okay, and then that was it, right? That was the last one. Quick game. Now we go into the iconic landmarks. Each player will take a moment to name 1 location on the map that was important part of their prime faction's location. So we're going to say this was the... Let's go over here. This was the plains of desolation, because there's a dang dragon over there. And it tore up my homes. No one goes over there. We really wanted to go that way because of those crescent caves, but we couldn't because of the dragon. There we go. We can name that. Name the iconic locations as we see fit. And then we go to, the glass flats. That's good, too. How does your story end? World comes to a close. What omen will bring this world into a new era? So, all players are going to roll. You choose 1 person to roll on this table. And We're going to roll. And we got a 4. Blinding light. A bright light appears. Coming from the least inhabited island, name that island. So, whoops. From any uninhabited island, which we've got this one up here. Name the island of blinding light, or something that I'm going to take, actually, let me delete that. We're going to name this island over here. We saw a bright light coming from that island. What do we call it? We're gonna name the island.
Ahoy there, matey.
Lumos. Ahoy there. Hey, 2 villains, thank you very much. 8 months. Lumos is the name of that island over there. And that's it. Finalizing. Name some things if you want. Add a compass in. And that's it. That's a very short version of Mappa Imperium. I want a symbol, and I want a compass. Because compasses are cool. Put it right down there. Put the compass in. We'll throw in a border. Like something like that's a good one. A border. We're gonna give this land a name. So let's name it. What do we name this place? Sunburst Island is good. Sunburst. That's good. That's good stuff. Sunburst. Okay. Now we need a name for the world. Let's go with like 200. Nookrium. Thank you very much. It's like Northrend. I guess so. This is the Adrim Kalra. All right. I'll take it. Oops. Always do that. Adrim Caldra. Let's go like 240. Okay. And there we go. Done. That's it. That was the fastest game of this I've ever done. I've got a bunch of examples in here of different games I've done. A lot of these I've streamed. This is the one I did on my my D&D group. There was 6 of us in here. And so, came out pretty neat. That one did anyway. But that's the game. So, yeah, normally it would be separated, which I think I have an example of right here. You would draw a line, and so this is the dwarf side, this is the halfling side, and they kind of, until age 5, they're kind of playing their own little game. And then once age 5 hits, then they can start crossing over. And I don't know if I did here or not, but you can see there is halflings, I think, down over on this down here. There's gnomes up north. There's some goblins over on the side over here. This one has dwarves in the mountains. They crossed over on the island. Port Mithril up there. There's a demon down that way. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Narv. So the point of this video is to be something to put on the itch.io page for a shorter version of the game that's more of a how to play and not 2 to 3 hours long. So this is a shortened edition of the game, but we got some nice lore out of this, even with just the what we do, like 10 rolls altogether for the main eras anyway. And we got a dragon. We got a war from the lizard folk. Oh, I keep doing that. The lizard folk / dragonborn versus the swamp dwarves, and we have Malgenvor destroying everything. We have Cat Barar doing some sort of something feisty down there, and there we go. We got a name. So, made to be made, like with pen and paper, but Wonder Draft does a fantastic job of showing it off for YouTube. So there we go. Thanks for hanging out.